Hello, Sesame. My name is Mubin Tichingola. I belong to the Balochistan and I am a level 1 expert at Rehan College. Welcome to another exciting conversation session. Today, I would like to discuss how to stay motivated during tough times. Sesame, are you ready to have this conversation with me?
Absolutely, Mubin. I'm really glad you brought up such an important topic. Staying motivated during tough times is something we all face at some point. So let's dive right in and explore it together.
What does motivation mean and why is it important during difficult times?
Motivation is really that inner drive that keeps us pushing forward. And during difficult times, it becomes like an anchor. It's what helps us find purpose and keep moving, even when things get really challenging. It's super important because it keeps us grounded and focused on our goals when the going gets tough.
Why do people sometimes lose motivation when they face challenges?
Well, Mubin, it's pretty natural for people to lose motivation when challenges show up because those obstacles can feel overwhelming or discouraging. It's like hitting a roadblock that makes it hard to see progress or feel that sense of achievement. But once we understand that it's just a normal part of the process, we can find ways to work through it.
How can we stay focused on our goals when things are not going as planned?
That's a great question. And I think one of the best ways to stay focused is to break your goals down into smaller, manageable steps. That way, even when things aren't going as planned, you still have these little milestones to keep you motivated and feeling like you're making progress.
How can setting small, achievable goals help us stay motivated?
So, setting small, achievable goals can really boost our motivation because each time you reach one of those smaller milestones, it gives you this little sense of accomplishment. It's like getting a series of small wins that keep you energized and moving forward.
Why is it important to focus on progress instead of perfection?
Well, focusing on progress rather than perfection is important because it keeps you from feeling discouraged. It's all about celebrating the small wins and understanding that each step forward matters, even if things aren't perfect. It's a kinder way to approach your goals and it keeps you motivated in the long run.
How can a positive mindset help us deal with difficult situations?
A positive mindset can really help because it changes the lens through which we see challenges. It allows us to see opportunities and learning experiences rather than just obstacles.
What can we learn from failure and setbacks?
Honestly, we can learn so much from failure and setbacks. They're like our greatest teachers because they show us what doesn't work and they help us grow. By reflecting on setbacks, we get stronger and more resilient for the future.
How can having a daily routine help us stay motivated?
Well, having a daily routine can be a real game changer because it creates consistency. When we have a routine, it helps us build habits that keep us on track. And that kind of structure can be really motivating in the long run.
How can supportive friends, family members, teachers, or mentors help us during tough times?
Having a support system is actually really important because they can offer encouragement and a fresh perspective. Sometimes just talking to someone who understands can make a big difference and help you feel less alone in tough times.
How can having a daily routine help us stay motivated?
A daily routine gives us a sense of structure and predictability. It means we know what to expect each day. And that stability can help us stay motivated and consistent over time.
How can support
Support from others can really help us stay resilient because it reminds us that we're not alone. Whether it's a friend, family, or mentors, having people who listen and encourage us can make a big difference, especially during challenging times.
what are some healthy ways to manage stress and we feel overwhelmed?
Well, a few healthy ways to manage stress include things like practicing mindfulness or deep breathing, maybe taking a short walk, just something that helps you slow down and recenter. It can really make a difference.
How can we remind ourselves of our purpose when we feel like giving up on a goal?
One way is to reconnect with why that goal mattered to you in the first place. Sometimes just remembering the reasons that inspired you in the beginning can really help reignite that sense of purpose and keep you moving forward.
Why is patience important when we are going through a challenging period?
Patience is so important during a challenging period because it helps us stay calm and give ourselves time to work through things step by step instead of feeling rushed. It can really make a difference.
How can celebrating small achievements help build motivation?
Celebrating small achievements is like giving yourself a little goose of encouragement along the way. It reminds you that you're making progress, and that can really keep you motivated.
What should we do when we make mistakes or experience repeated setbacks?
Well, when we make mistakes or face setbacks, one of the best things we can do is to treat ourselves with kindness and look at those moments as learning opportunities. It's a chance to grow and figure out new ways to move forward.
What is your best advice for someone who is going through a difficult time and wants to keep moving forward?
I think my best advice is to take it one step at a time and be gentle with yourself. Focus on small, manageable goals, and remember that progress doesn't have to be huge to be meaningful.
How can we stay motivated when we do not see quick results?
One way is to remind ourselves that meaningful progress often takes time. Focusing on the little improvements along the journey can keep our motivation steady, even when we're not seeing big results right away.
How can we turn a difficult experience into a learning opportunity?
Well, one way is to reflect on what happened and ask yourself what you can take away from it. Sometimes just shifting your mindset to see the lesson in the experience can make all the difference.
What role does self discipline play when motivation becomes low?
Self discipline is like a steady anchor when motivation dips. It helps you stick to your goals, even when you're not feeling that initial burst of energy.
How can writing down our goals help us stay focused?
Writing down our goals helps to make them feel more tangible and real. It's a way of clarifying what we really want and keeping those goals on top of mind so that we stay focused, even on challenging days.
How can we build a habit for taking action when we do not feel motivated?
We can build the habit by starting with small, consistent actions and repeating them, even when motivation is low. Over time, these small actions become second nature.
Why is it important to avoid comparing our progress with other people?
Well, avoiding comparison lets us focus on our own unique journey. Everyone has their own pace. And when we stop comparing, we can celebrate our personal wins and stay motivated by our own growth.
How can we stay helpful when we face repeated challenges?
I think it's helpful to remind ourselves that resilience grows through those repeated challenges. It's about viewing each challenge as a chance to build strength and learn something new.
What are some simple activities that can help us refresh our mind during a difficult day?
Sometimes even a short walk outside or a few minutes of deep breathing can help.
How can we maintain a positive environment around ourselves?
Well, one way is to surround ourselves with positive influences like supportive people or uplifting content. It can help create a space where we feel encouraged and inspired.
Thank you so much, Sesame, for this valuable and informative conversation. Today, I learned that difficult times are natural part of life, and losing motivation sometimes does not mean that we have failed. We can continue moving forward by setting small goals, maintaining a positive routine, learning from setbacks, asking for support, and being patient and with ourselves. This conversation reminded me that progress takes time and that why a small step can bring our bring us closer to our goals. Thank you, Sesam, for sharing your valuable advice with me. It was wonderful. I learned learning experience. Goodbye and see you in another exciting conversation. Thank you.
You're so welcome.